Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Alena Octavia Ramadhani with my student number 25130422023. In this video, I will give a brief commentary on an informative speech titled Why the Human Brain Cannot Multitask. I will analyze the structure of the speech and also share my personal opinion about it. Order of the speech. The speech uses topical order. This is because the speaker organizes the ideas based on different concepts related to how the human brain processes information, not based on time or story segments. First, he explains how the brain handles incoming information. Then he introduces the concept of working memory. Next, he explains its limited capacity. After that, he connects it to cognitive overload. Finally, he shows how this limitation makes multitasking ineffective. So the structure focuses on explaining why multitasking doesn't work for the human brain, which fits the title. Commentary per stages. First, introduction. The speaker starts by explaining that although the brain enjoys receiving information, it actually struggles when too much information comes at once. This is a strong opening because it directly connects to modern behavior like using multiple screens or multitasking. Second, definition of working memory. The speaker defines working memory as the information we are consciously aware of at a certain moment. This part is clear and important because it becomes the foundation of why multitasking is limited. Third, first supporting point. The speaker mentions the classic research about the magical number 7. Which suggests humans can hold around 7 pieces of information. This strengthens the explanation with scientific background. Fourth, second supporting point. Then he updates the idea, explaining that recent research shows the capacity is actually only around 2 to 4 pieces of information. This makes the audience realize that the brain is even more limited than previously thought. Fifth, explanation of cognitive overload and multitasking issue. The speaker explained that when too much information enters at the same time, the brain constantly switches attention. This is where multitasking becomes impossible because the brain is not processing things simultaneously but rapidly switching between them. This part clearly supports the main idea of the title. Next, conclusion. The speaker concludes that overload prevents deep thinking and focus. However, the conclusion could be stronger if it directly emphasized the practical impact of multitasking in daily life, like studying or using gadgets. I like this speech because it clearly explains why multitasking is not effective based on how the brain actually works. The use of scientific research makes it more credible and easy to trust. And I dislike in some explanations are quite dense and fast, so they may be hard to follow without examples. The ending also feels a bit general and could be more impactful if it directly linked back to everyday multitasking behavior. To conclude, this speech helps us to understand that multitasking is not actually effective because of the limited capacity of our working memory. That's all from my commentary. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.